Hello, welcome into the studio. So I wanted to share with you this little tag book that I created as part of a collaborative with Tina Walker and about 12 other ladies. And how it works is that we each created 2 tags, just the backgrounds. And then we swapped them out with everybody. And then it was our job to create a book or a journal using those tags as a base. So this is my book that I created. It's called Tollbooth Travels, and it's based on Norton Juster's book, The Phantom Tollbooth. And I used 2 chipboard tags from Wow Studios as the cover. And hopefully I'll get this correctly, but this is, this first set is tags that I created the base on, and then I did the subsequent alterations. So on my background, I used Journal Texture and Tokyo. And this collaborative was part of Tina Walker's collaborative column for StencilGirl products. So all the stencils in here are StencilGirl stencils, and I will have them listed below in the description box for each layout. So this first layout, I use Journal Texture and Tokyo in the background, and this the Journal Texture is actually on deli paper that I decoupaged over this watercolor alcohol technique done in the background with the Tokyo. And then what I did to make the entire journal or book cohesive is I then came in with Neighborhood Map, which is a little M-sized StencilGirl stencil. And that's what these images are here, this little map. I went through on every single page. I used that stencil in either white and or black. And so I came in and did that on this page, and then all of the pages have some stitching using some mark making, and I tried to have them all be like marks you would see in typography or on maps. So this, like I said, is based on the Phantom Tollbooth. So I used quotes from the Phantom Tollbooth on every single layout. And then each layout has a title of someplace on the map from the Phantom Tollbooth. So this is Forest of Sight. And the quote is, "Things which are equally bad are also equally good. Try to look at the bright side of things." And then the base tags here were created by Kristi Nazzaro, and I'll have all her stencils listed below. She also did these wonderful circular watercolor shapes. And then these pieces were on her envelope that she mailed everything to me in. And of course I used the maps. I did some gessoing to push some things back. And this is from the Sea of Knowledge, is the location on the Phantom Tollbooth map. What you can do is often simply a matter of what you will do. And that's a quote by the Princess of Pure Reason. And these tags were, the base tags were done by Tracy Villaume. I hope I'm saying her name right. And then of course I'll have her stencils listed below. And this vellum was inside the envelope that she sent me, and I used it up here and on the side here. And this is from the Doldrums. Whether or not you find your own way, you're bound to find some way. If you happen to find my way, please return it as it was lost years ago. I imagine by now it's quite rusty. And that was a quote by the Weatherman, a character in the book. And these pages, tags were done by Kathy Adams. She also did a third tag, and I ripped it in half and used it on the top here. And these are from Dictionopolis. Just because you have a choice, it doesn't mean that any of them has to be right. And this is by Michele Kosciolek. Man, I'm sure I'm slaughtering names. I apologize. And these are from on the map of Valley of Sound. She also made this additional tag that I used. So many things are possible, just as long as you don't know they're impossible. And it's neat because the back of the tag is designed too. And this was by Tracy Krueger. And this is the reflections location. You must never feel badly about making a mistake, explained Reason quietly, as long as you take the trouble to learn from them. For you often learn more by being wrong for the right reasons than you do by being right for the wrong reasons. And these were done by Kerry Molina, and she included these elements, and then I typed on them with my old-fashioned typewriter. And this is the location conclusions. It's bad enough wasting time without killing it. And that was said by Talk. And these were done by Lea Ann Bierman, and she included this fabric that I also used up here. And this is, the location is point of view. The most important reason for going from one place to another is to see what's in between. And they took great pleasure in doing just that. And this is Susan Brown, and she actually did these little extra pieces here and these pieces here. And this is the washi by Tina Walker. I think this is her eyes one. And the location is Illusions. Expect everything, I always say, and the unexpected never happens. And this should be Sara Branson. And this is, location is the Mountains of Ignorance. Expectations is the place you must always go to before you get to where you're going. Melissa Johnson, and her envelope actually was quite wonderful. She did the whole envelope, and it has this gold on it. And so I typed the quote out on that. And Old City of Wisdom. You mean you have other words? Cried the bird happily. Well, by all means, use them. You're certainly not doing very well with the ones you have now. And that was a quote by the ever-present word snatcher. And these tags were by Janet Schmitz. And she had this paper in there as well. Castle in the Air is the location. But someday you'll reach them all, for what you learned today for no reason at all will help you discover all the wonderful secrets of tomorrow. And that's a quote by the Princess of Sweet Rhyme. And these tags were done by Kathryn Luckey. And this is, location is the Turnpike. And the quote, I'll continue to see things as a child. It's not so far to fall. And then these were done by Tina, and she actually included washi tape that she made with these stencils. I didn't use it. And this extra tag here. And this paper was, I think it's ledger paper. It was quite cool. And so I typed on that and then used it throughout. And this is in Digitopolis is the location, and there are no wrong roads to anywhere. And then for the closure, I took maps from my decoupage mix pack, cut them in strips, and then braided them. And I actually ended up with a huge, long piece, as you can see here. And I just put gesso on it, and then that's how, and then I just cut it off to where I needed it to be at. So that is my Tollbooth travels. I hope you have enjoyed looking at this piece. And if you want to read more about this, you can head over to my blog. There will be a link down below for you to read that, and click on that and head over to the blog to see more. There should also be links on my blog to everyone else's creations, so you can see them all. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this.